So you run a high volume Kia dealership, obviously.
Yep.
And so talk to us about some of the things that you see coming down the pike that dealers should be focused on.
I think that they should stop focusing on what everyone's telling them to focus on. Chill with the automation. Okay, we're not going to have auto cars coming.
Right.
I remember Bob Lutz saying it's going to come in 20 years. Let's slow it down a little bit. I mean, I think we can do 100 years. They're definitely coming, but everyone needs to stop. There's, I think, 15.8 million vehicles. So, I mean, we need to stop thinking that this is coming for us. And my biggest issue is coming from an internet guy. Obviously, you know my internet background.
Yeah.
I think we catered a little too much to the millennials on how to buy cars. You see like these companies like Carvana and the way they're doing business, and they're just not making money. I think it was one of those things where we could definitely make it more user-friendly. I'm all for that, but I didn't think we had to cave in as quick as we are. I mean, everyone's trying to be like Amazon, but this isn't a roll of paper towels. This isn't a pack of batteries. This is a car. This is a major purchase. Why are we taking the excitement out of this? This is something where, if anything, dealers could be at fault for taking the excitement out of this. I think dealers are at fault because they do it for a living. Salespeople do it for a living. You sell 15, 20 cars a month. It's business as usual compared to somebody that's actually a major purchase. And I think we need to bring the excitement back into that side. But I definitely think we need to relax a little bit. I think a lot of people are always worried about their jobs, and I don't think you need to worry. I think we're going to be just fine.
That's a very good point. I think we do, as an industry, get all freaked out over the whole Amazon concept and think, oh my God, in 5 years there's not going to be any franchise dealers. You're just going to go online and type in the type of car you want. It's going to show up at your door, right?
Obviously, OEMs wish they did that 100 years ago, but it's not the case. So,
that's right.
I mean, you see great things. I mean, I don't know if you saw what Brian Benstock does with Paragon in New York. I mean, absolutely unbelievable experience. I think that's where I think a lot of dealers can go to. But the whole entire of just taking the excitement out of it, like I said just now, I think we need to backtrack a little bit and stop thinking people just want to do everything online. And instead of just giving that option, we should be kind of like, hey, you still have to do some things. But again, it's just like, it's like we're trying to reinvent the wheel here, but we are the wheel. So why are we reinventing it?
That's a very good point. We are the wheel. So obviously the story that we featured on you talked about the difference maker with LotLinx, one of our great sponsors. We had a great story in there about you and how you use them. What kind of an impact has that kind of a product had on
It's absolutely awesome. I mean, you're talking about for me, I mean, you can watch my webinars, you can watch my speeches I've done. I am not a big third-party fan. I never have been. I think it's just that whole entire spray and pray is what I call it. Let me just put it on there and hopefully somebody finds it. Compared to letting the car find a customer. I mean, how awesome is it if a customer's searching for a certain type of car and you have the car, LotLinx can feed that to them. I mean, it's invaluable. You can't make it up.
That's VIN-specific, which is amazing.
I mean, I can go on to one of the major third-party vendors. I'm not going to mention anyone, but I can search for, let's say, a 2015 Silverado 100-mile radius, and I guarantee 60, 70 show up. And then I'm just hoping that they pick mine. I don't like that idea. I do like the idea of actually deep linking and going into these forums. When people start really looking for a car, like going into these forums and really researching this thing, and then LotLinx has the ability to pick them up and serve your car to them. I think you can't make stuff like that up. How awesome it is.
That is amazing. That is amazing, for sure. For sure. So as a manager in a car dealership today, a high volume store, what are some of the things that keep you up at night?
Oh my God, I don't sleep anymore. I get like 3 hours of sleep.
Typical car guy.
You got to understand, I am also the internet director and the GSM at my store. Wow. It's one of those things I didn't give up, so I'm constantly working, constantly trying to remember. The biggest change for me when I took over general sales manager is making sure my employees have a check to go home to their families with. I think that's what keeps me up the most because, I mean, we all talk about people, but then when push comes to shove, it's, well, let's cut this check, And
that's a good point.
I don't think they see it the way I do. No, like I said, these guys have families to feed, and $500 to a dealership is nothing compared to $500 to somebody for a month.
Good point.
So making sure my employees that work hard are taken care of and have a comfort level, not struggling every month. That's literally what keeps me up these days.
Take good care of your employees, they'll take good care of your customers, right?
Exactly, and then, train them too, obviously.
Well, Mark Olson, thank you so much for giving us your time today. I know you're a busy guy and you're checking out the phenomenal show here at NADA 2018. So thanks again. Hopefully we can have you back on a couple of months and kind of get an update as to what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm always around.
Great. Awesome.
Awesome.
Thanks again. You. I appreciate it.
Thank you for watching the official news source of the retail automotive industry, CBT News.